I'm trying to watch the end of the freaking game right now. Can you guys just move that camera out of my face? Ma! Ma! Who let these people in? Give me that. Give me that.
The dream of being one of them.
From life's ambition was to be discovered.
Covers the public scandal.
There's only one golden ticket left in the entire world, because right here, in our own community of Marble Falls, Arizona, is lucky winner number 4. Now, the name soon to be heard around the universe is Mr. Mike Teevee.
Mike Teevee, one of the Golden Five, had the chance of a lifetime. All eyes were on him.
I'm famous. I'm a TV star.
But not everything was as tasty as it seemed. Soon, the cookie would crumble.
That's why that media spotlight on him forced him to shrivel up.
They could keep saying all these things about me, but they're not me. They don't know anything.
Mike's addictive personality was obvious at a young age, beginning with television.
He loved television so much. He'd eat in front of it, he'd sleep in front of it, he'd do whatever he can in front of television. That was his life.
That's another problem that he's always had with himself, is he's never been able to get off of watching television.
Mike spiraled down dark roads. Without a hand on the remote, he was out of control.
When I met the boy, he was we were roughly about 10, 11 years old, and you know, he was all over the place. You could see the early signs of obviously what ended up happening to him now.
Boy, that's great stuff.
The Wimbledon incident let the world see how far Mike had fallen.
Well, last time the game was all together, it was Wimbledon. We were in the VIP box, and my Nicorette bubblegum was sponsoring Steffi Graf. Mike was a little crazy that day, I have to say. I don't know. I try not to pay too much attention to him because he's kind of a brat and he's always looking for attention.
I remember we were all in the VIP box, and me and Charlie were making our press debut because we officially came out as a couple. So it was a special day, but then Mike had to go and ruin it because he was all strung out and on drugs and drunk and got completely naked and then ran out onto the court, and it was terrible. It completely overshadowed me and Charlie coming out as a couple.
I was actually sitting with a queen because, you know, I've accrued quite a status from being able to hustle Willy Wonka chocolate for so long. But he must have been, I want to say he was about 4 shots of tequila deep when he arrived that day. And I have never seen someone lose their mind the way that he did that day at Wimbledon.
I don't know. He was definitely liquored up, that's for sure.
Everybody keeps saying all this stuff about Wimbledon. It wasn't my fault, man. It wasn't my fault. I mean, you know, might have had a little too much to drink that day. I might have done a little too much cocaine. Might have done a little too much other stuff, but it wasn't my fault, man. It just wasn't my fault. It wasn't me, it was the drugs, man. It was the drugs. It was a hard time in my life, man.
The untimely death of his friend had hit Mike hard.
People didn't even put together that it was a week after Augustus died. Augustus died at 15, man. That heart attack. I knew him for one day, but we shared those chocolate bars together. He taught me German, man. He taught me German.
Mike's substance abuse reached a new level. He had hit rock bottom.
I had to get out. Tried staying at that factory with Charlie, but he kicked me out. He didn't want no cokehead like me. playing around with them Zoompa Loompas, man. I mean, I tried stealing one of them, went back to my hotel room, and I had one for about a week, but he left.
You know, he's not even living up to the goals that he set for himself. You know, and it's really a saddening thing when you see a friend just completely give out like that.
It's beyond me. I don't understand how anyone can be addicted to anything. I don't know. I don't understand how you can need anything that much. Addiction's just, I don't get it, but I'm not complaining because, you know, I make my fortune off of the smokers in the world, so.
I went through rehab for a year. It was weird. One thing they had in rehab, though, for the crazies, was an Xbox, man. I played Halo. I played NBA Street. Nothing like Call of Duty. I don't know if you guys ever played Call of Duty, but that shit is fucking crazy, man.
Mike found redemption in competitive gaming, eventually winning the International Call of Duty Championship.
I mean, when I won that tournament and I beat Shibiki Karabato in the finals, I never thought I'd get that far, man. But I did. It was all that training and rehab. A year of that Call of Duty was my training. I didn't even know it, man.
Saw that on TV, didn't care. I don't talk to him now, didn't really talk to him then. Didn't like him then, still don't like him. So, yeah.
At least maybe, you know, pieces like this, his friends coming back to his life can, you know, they can maybe bring him back to a place in his life where he can be happy.
You guys saw it on the news. You guys read it in the paper. You saw it, front page, Mike Teevee, back. And I was back. And I am back. Mike Teevee.